And we're back with Throwdown Season 3 of Rocket League League Play, brought to you by McDonald's. I'm Hysterics, Courier Lord, and Yummy Cheese Man. You know exactly who we are. Please read down below there. It's as easy as that. Well, if you read, I wouldn't have to announce it every single time.
And someone please teach Jake how to read as well.
No. I'm a monkey. I need to stay that way. Coming up next, however, we do have Billy Fan Club again playing, but this time it's the other team joining in. And
what other team?
The other team.
Yeah, which one?
No, just the other team.
Oh, the other team.
The other team. It's not this team, it's the other team. It's the other team. It's as beautiful as that. Of course, BFC coming off a loss against Legacy Esports means that the other team are going to be going, hey, this actually might be okay.
I think the other team are probably going to be in high hopes, especially with their new roster. They're looking good. They've brought in Siki instead of Shady.
Yep.
And Siki, as we know, is one of the best players in OCE.
Yeah, Mechanical God. So this would be a great swap out.
Of course, Siki going up against the likes of Drippay, who Drippay didn't really tell us much about, that last series. Performed okay at the right time, but it was widely...
We didn't see the regular Drippay that we're expected to see. Not the one that fits up to the stats. And
fair.
We need to see more of that, like just some big bangs on net.
Yeah, let's bring up Drippay once again, because going against Siki, he needs to be looked at. So Drippay there, you can see... Still got some good stats, generally, like you said, Cheese Man, he's got the best goals per game. I think there is just still a lot to be desired from the BFC lineup.
Yeah, that's a big thing you mentioned. He normally gets 1 goal per game, and we just weren't seeing that coming out.
Yeah, we had 2 goals for the entire series from Drippay last time, and now he's got a verse up against Siki, who is the power player right now for the other team. And if anything to go by, they needed Siki to come in and be this big player, to be the man who finishes off the passes, because that's what we saw from One More, previously the other team, and we need to see that again from Siki.
Definitely want to see Siki. And Siki's got some good stats as well, because he is a player, like you said, one of the best players in OCE Rocket League right now.
Yeah, definitely pulling out nearly 1 goal per game as well, comparable to Drippay, one of the top goal scorers in the entire region.
Yep.
And if we have Siki pulling out his 0.9 average versus Drippay only doing his 0.4 that we saw from that last series, it's going to be a bit of a murder.
Do you think Siki's in good form right now? That's the question, though. In comparison to Drippay, I feel like the answer would be yes, but generally in OCE Rocket League, do you think he's kind of in his element?
Oh, yes.
He's definitely going through a lot of changes, though.
Okay.
He's still really strong, still one of the best players, but... coming from Corvidae and mixing in with a brand new team, he's got to learn how to trust his teammates.
True.
He used to do a lot on the pitch, would be there on defense, there on attack. Now he needs to let Elusive and Sirix make the work and then follow up on that. He can't be everywhere.
But it is the team you want to be on if you want the support. We saw the Shady Elusive combo last season. It was pivotal for the games they won.
Yep.
So now he can slot right in there and have Sirix and Elusive feed him the ball.
They're both very supportive players.
Yeah, they are very good team players. So if you are making the transition, as you said, there's going to be a transitional period where you're going to have some opportunity cost, but it's not going to be nearly as severe as it should be because he's got the right team to have the support.
Okay, guys, after everything changing up in the last series, what are your predictions? And you're going to have to say why as well.
My notes have changed a lot. 3-2 to not BFC.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anymore, guys.
I'm going to go the other way. I
changed.
think it's still going to be close as well. It's just going to be best of 5, all 5 games, all day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to go for Billy Fan Club, 3-2.
That's just what we want.
Yeah.
All 5 games, every day, all day. Of course, a 3-2 would be exciting to see, but let's see if BFC can bring it back in this next series. Cheeseman will leave us once again, and we move into our 3rd series of the day. That's going to be other team taking on BFC, and the other team, yes, that's right, they're the other team. That's it. Stop asking questions. Cheeseman asked, and we delivered. That's all we wanted. The other team...
Yes.
Feel like now with this change-up and Siki coming in could be really, really good for them. I've been waiting to see the other team all day because I feel like they could potentially be a team that could rise to our top 2.
Well, that's the thing. For everyone at home that hasn't seen them play before, the other team was called One More last season. So they came in 4th, making the top 4, were part of the invitationals for this. So this is a top team in Australia that you're going to be seeing. So, high expectations already being set. Swapping out Shady, excellent player, but they've picked out Siki, who's mechanically maybe a little bit better, with a slightly more broader play style in what he's able to do on the pitch, which means they're much more consistent going forwards, more likely to win those 1v1s, and less dependent on the passes.
And although this is not our series of the day because we have still a versus Jam coming up next, this is still one of our highest tiers of play. The other team taking on Billy Fan Club. We're into game 1 now. The other team have a lot to prove. We don't feel like Billy Fan Club are in good form, but they can shut us up with one easy maneuver.
And this is another game that will dictate what league play looks like going forward. The other team coming out the gate strong. Matchups haven't been always in their favor recently, but this might be their time to shine.
BFC versus Tot. Not going to call them that unless they let me. They will not. The other team changing things up. We know that BFC are as well. Great start for the season 3 Throwdown Rocket League. A lot of passing play going on. Not really many shots. Just trying to get possession on the field. Drippe will lose such possession. Jake now cross goal. Torsos receives. Going to get the second touch. Good passing play. The follow up there by BFC. Not received. Other team will just save the ball away, and it's Sirix sitting in defense.
Yep. So guys at home that haven't seen them play before, what we're expecting.
Oh, demolition! Hey, that's a good start for BFC.
That is some good teamwork there. Taking out the defense with that huge demo. And Torsos going to put it straight away. Blindsided.
I think the other team thought that it was going to be a Drippe Torsos pass play. Then out of nowhere, just gets rammed.
That was filthy. That is what I love about Rocket League. Big demos, big communication pass plays. This is what I want to see out of BFC. If they play like that, I reckon they're going to take the 3-1 or 3-0 that I was expecting.
Centers like this are exactly that kind of start. Drippe reverses into the ball around this corner, around the edge. The other team try to get it the heck out of there, but Jake is still keeping it back on up down this side of the field. Offensive plays from BFC continue to come into fruition. Elusive, still back around this corner. The other team needs to just get the clear. Xerix will finally get it out of there. The other team have a chance here. But Elusive, there we go. Interesting angle. Cleared away again.
Yeah, that was a moment that we normally would see the Elusive Shady combo coming out. So it's good to see that...
Even though it's...
No, we'd normally see it coming out.
Of course,
Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. Got a frog in my throat there. But the communication hasn't quite hit that point where Siki knows exactly what Elusive's thinking. But through the day, we will see it come out just like that. Which is second attempt. Now he's got it. He's like, we demoed the first one. It wasn't the play we expected, but now I'm going to show off my prowess.
We have
Put it away.
got to stop ever saying, let's just stop. Let's just say stop. As soon as we talk down someone, Courier, that happens.
That's only that's talking now. We cast the present. We can't predict the future.
Yes, we can. That's what a good caster should do. Come on, Courier. We trained each other here.
I need more spice. I need to control the universe.
Well, this is well, that's what their album.
I hate that's the reference you went.
Me too, actually. This is tacky. The other team have gotten that goal. Things are spicing up like a Jamie Oliver cookbook.
Oh, Siki!
Close calls will be saved away.
I don't care if that was saved. That was a beautiful angle.
He does like olive oil. Jamie Oliver, that is. The other team clearing it away, but relentless pursuit by Billy Fan Club. And they will just send an ardent blaze of potential down other team's side of the field. Keeping it nice and aggressive. Siki positions off the wing. We're watching him to see if he can get it the heck out of there. He's been forced back in defense. Lobbers it on through. Billy Fan Club having a slow shot. Trying to get a drop ball in front of that goal. In front of the net, Elusive. Like his name suggests. Close quarters again.
Yeah, the other team doing a good job controlling the pitch, forcing Billy Fan Club to make those deep clears that cost them possession. Torsos, he's just sick of the other team. Yeah, no, just demo.
Who was it who demoed? Who was our player in Season 2? Oh my God,
BFC,
settle down. Oh my God, Demolition third. All right, Elusive now having his time in the sun. Tries to pop it over Torsos. The follow through is there. A second touch is the third necessary. Other team think not.
Yeah, a little bit rushed there by Siki on that final touch. The idea is good, forcing Jake with that pop-up.
This is an explosive game. BFC finally settled down from all the demolitions. The ball set up for Sirix. He will not find it when it hits the ground because over on the wing, the other team are lurking for another goal. 45 seconds remaining. BFC, their chance in the sun. It was Jack.
Loving BFC playing.
Oh, drip A.
Yes.
There we
That is the drip A that we went into this series expecting to see. Good communication with Torsos, setting him up, reading the defensive plays, and then just putting it straight down. Elusive and Siki haven't got the communication 100% down yet. You see there, Elusive jumped a little late, thinking that Siki was going to get the first touch.
I don't know what we say about BFC anymore. I really don't. But plays like this put him back into contention. Other team with the setup. Elusive over to Siki. Siki to find it and follow through. Back over to Sirix. Sirix off the wall.
Nice.
Well, miss. Yeah, okay. He's going to go for a bit of an aerial. The play himself. Jake intercepts. The touch, the shot. Dripe's in front of the goal. Get out of there. They're saying Elusive off the corner. He wants a little bit more. It's the other team, mate. It's the other team. And they are not going to take it to overtime by the looks of it. They are going to have to deal, hold that thought, with BFC's win. Game number... Wait for it. Elusive, 1. Game number 1. BFC. Okay.
BFC.
It is kind of like Dynamite Career. Because if BFC play like that, you give it to Torso, you give it to Drippe, they have some fun times. Jake's kind of doing things.
Jake's a reactive player, so a thing to keep in mind is...
That's a nice way.
Oh yeah, so Torsos and Drippe are very proactive, which means they're more likely to be chasing the ball to try and make the play happen off that. Whereas Jake is a lot more reactive. He stands back like Kami. Oh, my pink pants are coming on.
Stay in the frame.
Yeah,
Stay in the frame. Stay in the frame. Stay in the frame.
And what it does allow him to do is control where things are going. So if the two players run forward and they don't... They are pink. If the two players, Drippe and Torsos, run forward, it does mean that Jake knows where he needs to be to stop any counterattacks that come out of it.
Yeah.
So if they do end up winning the game, it's kind of like... Someone might be like, hey, the goalkeeper didn't do much this game. It's like, yeah, his team won like 2-1. He didn't have much chance to showcase his talent.
True.
So Jake may not have the score that reflected how well he played because the rest of his team is just too busy running off with it.
It's been an interesting set of series so far for BFC, and one that has definitely surprised us. Taking out game number 1 is great, and other team look like they're kind of just, we like to say it, you know we like to repeat it, warming up. I mean, honestly, just go to like a sauna.
Yeah, get a
before
little
the
bit
game.
toasty. Have some toast.
No, sauna. Let's do sauna. Do like
Yeah,
European
saunas are
hot spring.
A lot more enjoyable. Go to an
Japanese
onsen,
hot spring.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. Ah.
Let's go to next throwdown. We'll be set in an onsen. I
Okay.
feel that'd be good for cabling.
We should do a broadcast in a hot spring.
Yeah, I heard production get so excited in my ear right now.
No, they did not. A great start for the game. Other team will just give me a buzzword. And that buzzword is Siki. We'll set things up. Other team in game number 2. Have to pick up a win here. There's a
Nice
shot at
angle.
goal. Defense helped out by Torso, saved by Jake.
Other team has really increased the pacing of this game. This is a lot more what we want to see to try to take it off Billy Fan Club. You want to keep them out of the air. Keep the ball low, keep the ball fast, because that is just how Legacy beat them.
Elusive now. Only person so far to play with the Batmobile. I like it. Siki will have a shot. Tries to set it up. BFC, opportunity arises.
Good backboard defense there.
See the glint in their eyes. I don't know if that's a... I don't think that is a sexual metaphor. Sirix set up. It was nice. 1 minute has only passed. The BFC opportunity again arises. The ball just sits in front of goal. I mean, it's a very different play style from the other team, but they're quite similar, and everyone's just having a blast. What is going on, Korea?
I do like how we're seeing Drippe having to hang back a bit. Very typically a strong offensive player, but the fact that they've put a little bit of the fear in his eyes that he's like, no, I need to play a lot safer.
Philly Fan Club are playing very safe. Jake sets it up. Torsos intercepts. Again, the shot.
Drippe!
Nice play.
Nailed it! That was crazy. What was the pacing on that one? He
Torsos.
punched that through.
And that is the old school BFC, aka AS. Yeah, I'm just abbreviating.
No,
Drippe, Torsos, Jake. The 3 of them have worked together for so long. And it's plays like that that remind you why they were or still are one of the best teams in OCE. 2 minutes to pass that first goal. So good for BFC.
That's what we saw out of them going into all other competitions. These big, powerful punches from Drippe and highly technical plays with a bit of pass.
Torsos?
Whoa!
Jeez, close call from Torsos.
Gotta love his aerial dribble.
Yeah, doing it so well. Now finally switching on. Feels like BFC have taken control of this game. Torsos takes it himself. Zerix, there's an opening. Back in time. Good on you, Drippe. Around the wing. He's going to have to carry the ball himself. But Elusive will get there first. And responding is the other team. Jake just leaves the ball, picks up some boost. That's the priority right now. Drippe, he's not going to get the pass to anyone. It's more like a clear. And there's the setup again. The other team struggling to get it past Torso.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Both of Billy Fan Club jumping for the ball will cost them the opportunity to come in.
Opening.
Tight.
So close again from Torsos. BFC, here we go. Jake gets the ball up. Starting to play a lot more in the air, I feel, as into the corner. Torsos, he does a flip. He's proud of it. It was close. I'll give him that.
Good little dribble there, Siki, stopping the follow-up from Jake that could have led to a goal. Great addition all around the field. Siki has been a great pickup for the other team.
Right now, the other team is saying, come to the dark side. We have Zerix. Zerix over to the left. Again to the center. The setup. Trying to be as classy as Billy Fan Club. Call them big friendly giants, but consistency is not really in their name right now. Oh boy, that was embarrassing.
That was the thing.
Was it? Or was it just good? No.
Yeah.
Courier Lord, after further analysis, mistake from BFC, other team, it was a good redirect shot though.
Yeah, like it was.
If that is a thing.
Siki did an excellent shot. Well, I think that's how we're going to frame that one.
Yes, let's do that.
It's a great flip from Flicky. Flicky, that's his new name. He's like a dolphin.
Except, I mean, yeah, sure. No, let's go with it. 1-1.
Yes,
130. BFC, recover. That was not the best, but we're going to go past it. And with Siki getting that shot means that the other team put themselves back in contention for game number 2, and especially the series. Ball's going to bounce in BFC's favor, back on over. The other team regain that momentum. We're going to fly through the air. Gets received by the other team. Sent on over to Siki. Down we go, the other team. Do you want overtime? I'm guessing the answer is no. Billy Fan Club have put 3 members in front of goal. Now they're playing aggressive again. Can BFC fight this? Oh man, 45 seconds. If we go to overtime, I feel like we might get Cheeseman's request of another game 5.
Well, that's what we want to see. Hard, fast, and exciting games here at Throwdown for the Season 3. $8,888.
A lot of money. BFC, will they be first? At this point, I'm not sure. Not sure. Cannot neither deny nor confirm. 30 seconds remaining, 20 seconds. Now, 10 seconds pass very, very quickly. The other team are struggling on defense. BFC continue to push the envelope. 10 seconds, a great center. Torsos outplaying everyone's expectations. Flying through the air, that's Drippe. 2-1. The ball bounces, we're into overtime again.
These are tight games. Billy Fan Club really being pushed to the edge.
No.
Oh no, I was about to say, please no. That's not how this ends.
BFC 5 seconds into overtime, already having a great kickoff, but the other team just as much. With Jake to follow the ball through, Elusive in front of this goal. Gonna sit right nicely in front of the net. Missed touch from Zerix. Drippe, Torsos, miscommunication, or is it good enough? Jake finishes it off. 2 games to BFC.
They are feeling a lot more comfortable now. The scare is over, even for Scarix. Over. Great play there. Keeping up the aggression inside that little goal box. It is hard to defend when you don't have much time to jump.
Yeah, but this is messy from BFC, let alone the other team. Not sure what we can make of it, but we can definitely say that, you know, Torsos had a lot of saves. Torsos, of course, is that rock in front of the goal. But Jake playing a little bit more aggressively. Drippe playing a little bit more in the midfield.
Yeah, a little bit more. They're quite a strong rotational team, to give them credit. But they are mixing up the positions they normally rotate to.
Yeah.
So that's a good pickup, Asterix. And it's interesting to see them doing not only a change up in the skill set they try to mirror, So fixing up that backboard protection, slowing down the game, bring it to the ground, which was their weakness in Season 2. We did see teams taking them to the wall when being pushed on the ground. So it's interesting to say they're changing not up the play style, but also the position.
To the wall.
To the window.
Waiting for that. You're sassy. You're so sassy. But all I can't say the rest on stream. I just realized, I was like, maybe I shouldn't sing that song. We are moving to Game 3, however, and it is BFC who have, yes, kind of switched on, and yes, kind of just been going, boom, let's get some goals in. 2 games up.
I loved your Drip A impression there.
Did you?
Boom! Well, punching it straight through.
Well, that's what he started doing, and it has been a bit of, I guess, the other team lack of switching on when you talk about how lit BFC is.
LIGHT.
Lit. Why is it spelled like that? Why is it spelled like that? You can't be more lit than a light, Courier Lord. No, you don't.
It's yummy.
You make
It's yummy.
no.
Yummy wouldn't crack these jokes.
He would. He definitely would. He definitely would. He's nodding, saying yes, I definitely would. Billy Fan Club, game number 3. Can you take it out a convincing 3-0? It'd be very surprising. I guess Legacy, from play style, different game. The other team suits more of what BFC can deal with.
I'm loving the demos that have been coming out of this series. Great dribbles coming up here. Wonder if he can put it away. Jake, too reactive, knows how to read a man. And a woman. I'm sure he can just read people.
Drip A set up there for torsos. Thank you, Courier. Jake, up on the wall. I mean, that's a quality right there. Just to point out.
He's an educated guy. He's good at reading.
Drip A off the corner. The ball's going to pitch its way up near this goal mouth. It's been a while since I said that. Freedom.
So
Torsos. Going to intercept. Now the other team, their chance to shine, but Jake is back in front of this goal. Off the side. That was beautiful camera angle. Love to see it. Very, very rare. Billy Fan Club, keep this up. They could get a goal as easy as this. Here we go, off the left wing, followed up, 1-2. Where's the third? The
and
third.
it's in!
Torsos. Show us your body hair. That's what we want to see. Drip A, such a good setup.
I think you can show us your rims.
No.
Because they're cars.
No, because his name's Torsos. Torsos.
Oh, like a torso.
Yeah, like chest hair.
Yeah,
I said body hair, and I think that's a bit
It's a bit
obscure.
ambiguous.
Yeah, let's pretend I did. Goal for BFC.
Let's say we did.
If the other team fall behind, we've noticed the trend of the other games. They kind of stay behind. Yes, they did take it into overtime, but it still feels like BFC have the control rights to this game. And it is an interesting shift of momentum when you think about the other team being in that 4th position, previously being one more, and a very interesting roster.
Nice shot.
FBC, yeah, that was a great shot, but it's intercepted.
Oh.
The follow through, it's going to hit the crossbar. One more, the save! The save, Siki! Oh, they find it in the end, though. Cyrix off the corner.
That was some beautiful work. Pulling out the defense. The second touch past both. Good read there by Cyrix. Cyrix has been a player in the competitive scene for so long in OCE. Bit of a veteran player, brought the whole team together. Leading from the back, leading from the front. I love it when we showcase some old talent.
And that's going to equalize the score. Very great play from the other team to actually get themselves on the board, but Billy Fan Club held that line of defense for so long.
Yeah, but those 2 defenders getting drawn out by 1 player who then beats them at it, their own game. Cyrix.
Felt like a game of space pinball. Remember the machine you used to have on your Windows computer? And then they took games away. The other team, they're angry at it as well, so they're going to be unrelenting in front of this goal. Billy Fan Club, it's neck and neck. Trying to get 1 game at least. Siki opening. Good save from Jake. He will just push himself back in front. Siki's not done, however. He's a little bit mad. He's mad at pinball. He slides it in over the top in the second goal.
There, we are showcasing some serious talent this game, Hysterics. The aerial work there was just beautiful to watch.
Or was it Torsos not jumping up? Let's give it a Siki.
Nah, that was Siki. Have some faith.
Thank you. Why are we elongating everyone's names?
Because it's so much fun to say Siki.
Oh my god! Drip A. Okay. Baby, we got overtime coming. I'm calling it now. Let's watch this again.
Gets some serious back and forth. Loving it. Punches it straight down. Poor Sirius. He's kind of looking back up. He's like, oh, a second too late.
Over the top. This has been nothing but fun.
This is a great game.
Thank you.
Energy is high. Pass plays are good. And some great technical work too.
I love how you say that. Drippe will miss the pass, and this opens it up for Elusive, opens it up for Sirix. Off the backboard, down again. Sicky's here off the corner. Here we go. Other team are punishing this hard, but Billy Fanclub get it past 3 members. They rotate back. It's okay. Torsos leaves it for Jake, or at least he pretends he does. Jake off the wing, off the wall. Camera works great again. We're going to see the bump through. Right there, waiting in the net. That's someone from Billy Fanclub. Torsos rotates back. It's Drippe. He's dribbling it through, but he does not have full control of this ball. Another team now intercept. Got to be careful, though, because Jake is setting up with precision, sort of, this game. Other team have an opening. Drippe exploits. Now off the wall. Drippe going to come through the mid. Interesting enough, Billy Fanclub keeping it down this side of the field.
Yep, they certainly are. Jake is a great way to tell where the ball is about to be, reading up and down the field. See him running forward, you will be expecting his team to be building that pressure. But if he starts moving back, they're about to let the pressure be unlet. He goes back and gets boost. That's what I'm trying to say, Hysterics. He goes back and gets boost and lets the rest of the team do that too.
Yeah, resets himself at 45 seconds in. Very important here, making sure you have that one mechanical play. Micro from BFC has been really good in the past, but struggling to see it here. 2-all. Jake, okay, he's going to miss that ball and gets back over to the other team, and possession definitely going to be higher on their side this game. 2-all, shots there, off of the backboard, followed through. Elusive, 1 second too slow, but Sirix, again, will not gain possession.
Both teams are defensively rotating a lot more in the last minute or two. With the score only needing 1 more goal to get ahead, they're not wanting to take risks. But there we go, Elusive sneaks around and gets one anyway. It's no risk if you just beat them.
No risk if you drink the brisk. And 10 seconds is really the clock that the other team are working with.
Billy Fanclub are not good at playing against the clock. They're methodical, not particularly fast.
7, 6, and 5. I don't know what to call this game. I feel like today has been a very fun fest. Ball's going to hit the ground. Other team pick up a game. That's 2-1. Now we go to series.
And that's what I like. Maybe potential to reverse sweep. If the games keep going like that, that was fun to watch. Hope everyone at home is having as much fun as we are.
That's literally like, hope everyone at home is having as much. I don't know.
I'm having a great time. I'm doing a little dance.
No, you're not. You're going to stand here next to me.
Just because they're not...
You're going to look at the camera, and you're going to say thank you.
Sorry, Dad.
No, you're lucky I have you. Say thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. All right. So game 3, picked up by the other team. We now have a series. We've got Billy Fanclub, who have struggled to come online a little bit. Let's be honest. Today hasn't been their strong suit. If we see the other team, if we see the other team coming through, thank you. We have a point of contact, and that is Elusive's great on setups, and Sicky is filling in well now.
Could you say Sicky is sick? I'm gonna just leave.
I can't. Talk to me about Sicky.
Sicky mechanically is exceptionally gifted.
Good.
He's a terrifying player. He not only can play out the front, though, he's good in the midfield, which means that he can get those dribble plays moving up on his own.
Yep.
But the fact that he has Elusive, who spent all of last season feeding balls to Shady if he could, because Shady, we called Shady the sniper, right?
Yeah.
So now he has someone to feed him the balls as well. And then in the back, we have Sirix, plays the entire field. The dude has been around for so long, he knows how the momentum of the game moves around, so he knows where he needs to get the ball to feed it to Sicky as well, or Elusive to take the pass.
So far, it feels like a very different play style that Sicky is trying to alleviate, however, because the other team, we have a really great start from Billy Fanclub. They rotates on back. Feels like the role that he's fulfilling is not the same as Shady's, and it is going to take time for him to fit into that precise role that the other team want him to fill.
Yeah, it is hard. Keeping in mind that BFC did consistently beat one more in the past. So even if they don't come ahead straight off the bat, that doesn't mean Sicky isn't fitting well into the team. It just means he's not playing particularly different, and there will be that adjustment period with Doghouse Rally.
So we'll keep an eye on him throughout the period of league play. The other team picking up that one game. Jake to roll the ball in. Bounces back and forth a couple of times. Drippe, that was off the air. Torsos is here. Jake's there as well. Doesn't follow it up in the right direction, and the other team will be safe for now.
Yeah, not the touch he wants, but he did manage to make up for it, getting that pass play. 7.
That's what they've been known for, playing it more around the air. Good pass plays, but it's just the follow through. It's the cleanup, if you would. 1 minute's already passed. Philly Fan Club having a very orange side orientated game so far, but other team have finally brought it back down. Clearing is struggling a little bit. Philly Fan Club, but gives a shot.
Yeah, other team having a great possession, winning the little 1v1s that matter. All the clears that are coming out of Billy Fan Club have only been moderately sized, allowing them to not really cheat forward and make the aggressive play off.
Jake, the passing play is there. All three members have pushed on up. Torso's not letting it get past the midfield. It's a great play again. The touch, intercept not picked up by Siki. 2-6-64 by I don't know why, don't know. Drip Bay. Ball's here in the midfield again. 3 minutes. Slower pace. I wish I could say that and mean it, but I don't. Jake has popped himself on up. Torso's waiting in the center field. He comes in off the wall. The setup's there. It's good. It's nice. Off the post. One more follow-up. One more shot. It's going to go wide. It's going to go to the right wing. Now being challenged by Torsos, who's going to try and carry it down this wall. Carry it off the roof. In again. They push out Siki. Not sure why, but
good
close
defense
ball
there from the other team. Things to keep in mind for those at home: if the ball pace is slowing down, Billy Fan Club are probably in a good position. Strong positional team.
Are they?
Yes, they are. But if the ball starts speeding up, that's where the other team will be coming into play. Shady, Elusive, and Sirix specialize in short, sharp pass plays. So the pace of the ball can kind of give you an idea who's got a better understanding of possession.
There's so much more control, however, of BFC in this game. As I say that, the castle curse could come into fruition. They go back into defense. The other team finally have their chance, and it will get past the midfield. It's another good pass play. The 1-2 and the third is Jake waiting in this goal square. The net, an opportunity to strike. We wait like an anaconda. Jake finds it and strike. The venom hits.
The first goal of the game, dictating the pace going forward. Great work there, beating out the whole team with that pass. Oh, 2 chances to Siki, but Torsos and Jake are too good.
Okay, Billy Fan Club first goal, and with a small goal-scoring game like this one, 3 minutes have passed, 1 goal, so many setups. Jake, great start of the kickoff. Will be intercepted, challenged away. As Torso's up this left wing, he follows it himself. They now push on up. Billy Fan Club, enough is enough, and they start chanting the song in front of the goal. The opportunity is one that Jake will miss. He gets popped over his head, but well defended by Torso.
Yeah, Billy Fan Club have been controlling the pace of this game quite strongly. There has not been a single shot from the other team. They are at 0-0-0 at the moment.
Well, now they're on 1 as Elusive will just get no, apparently still no. That's not going to count for now.
It's okay, it happens to the best of us. We are seeing Billy Fan Club continuing to control the pace. Even though the ball is in their side of the pitch, they are comfortably sitting.
Billy Fan Club, Jake waiting on the wall. Yeah, that was. 1 minute remaining, that 1 goal. Will it be the nail in the coffin for the other team who have had not the most pleasing of series? They will pick up 1 game, but it was close to boot. Car reference. The goal could be an option as Jake has a save. Thank you, Courier. I just realized as I said it, 45 seconds remaining. The other team
really good one.
getting it more and more down Billy Fan Club's side of the field. The defensive line for Billy Fan Club feels like it's enough for now. Also, not sure. We're going to ask him later what that was. The setup, but the clear, that could have been crucial.
Yep. The game being able to slow down Billy Fan Club. Great defense.
Oh, that's it. Nail, coffin, Dracula, Garlic. He's dead.
Yeah, no one's going to be walking over these doorsteps. Great punch straight through by Drippe, closing out that game. Yeah, just really clean we've seen by BFC in this game.
I mean, cleaner. Let's say it is cleaner, and it's still not the original BFC. It's still not the team that came through LAN and were like convincing as all hell. But it is a BFC that looks a lot better than the Legacy series. It is a BFC that in this potential last game, as we start counting down the clock, look like they are returning to form. This is what we wanted to see. Drippe for the setup. 1 final goal would just make it look oh so nice. The ball bounces a second time, and Billy Fan Club win the series 3-1.
Well played by Billy Fan Club. Closing out a game with style, flavor, with delicious, delicious goals.
Career. You're looking at me weird, but that's okay. Let's move on. Billy Fan Club are a team that we have expected to perform, not, I guess, this poorly in the league play to start things off, but picking up this win here, Cheeseman, was definitely very crucial.
I mean, we saw it in Game 4. That was the switch. It took them 9 games to get into it. But Billy Fan Club, as Tom said, very correct, finally had a clean game.
Yeah.
You knew that they were doing it right because they held control of the game. They held the possession. They were constantly in the other team's half.
Yep.
And basically, from what we saw last season, they didn't even let any shots come on. You didn't even need to make saves if you never let the shots come in the first place. And they did that admirably.
Yeah, and it did allow Jake, who normally sits back in defense a little more, to comfortably come forward and make those shots. And we do know that in his training, he's been working on his shot percentage. So it's great to see that he can now come forward as well.
Yeah, they need those 3 men forward to keep the pressure in the first place. And I think this has been the big transition. Jake finally finding comfort in their rotation because they are very rotational and we weren't seeing that before. They were 2-1-ing it. They had Jake back in goals and they need to have all 3 people there or they're not going to keep the ball up it in basically the goal mouth.
So what can the other team
mouth.
What can the other team what can the other team take away from at least taking one game off BFC? They didn't really switch on either.
I mean, the other team did very well considering it was their first time here with Siki.
True.
And
true.
There were some great moments and they put a lot of pressure on Billy Fan Club.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a free game for them. They don't mind taking the loss. It's about learning.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. We talked about this through the series as well, is that One More have never consistently done well against Alpha Sydney back then.
True.
Which means losing to them now is not like, oh no, like Siki's not adjusting well. It's kind of like, well, we haven't, like nothing's really gone badly because of it. They had great minutes through those games where there was no pressure that they caved to. And we do know that Alpha Sydney can build really strong pressure and just slowly suffocate you.
In some way, it's an advantage. You learn a lot more from losses, and they went up against the number 1 seed first week. So they're going to have plenty more time to learn.
Definitely, and see if their roster adjusts to this change because it feels like Siki has a big part to play coming up in the weeks ahead. However, for our last series of today, this is what I'm going to call our series of the day, or at least of the week. This is going to be Scylla Esports, previously Sandcastle, taking on Jam Gaming. And our last series of the day, brought to you by McDonald's, will be back in 5 minutes.